Fantasy Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts Josh and John Luke. And your favorite Fun Friday guest, Tim Wright, is joining us, the newest member of the Front Yard Fam, Dan at Eagle Dan FF. This is the last week you're getting that kind of intro, Dan. Soon it's just going to be Dan. But joining us today is a very special guest. We've got Gary Zam, aka at GaryZam01 on Twitter, joining us. He is a writer for Going for Two and a columnist and assistant editor at IBT Media. What's up, Gary? We're so glad to have you here with us today.
So glad to be here. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm a big fan of the show, so being able to participate this is good.
We're excited. This is going to be a fun one. We've got two really good bracket topics to go over today. We are doing quarterback, running back, wide receiver trios on NFL teams. So the best one for fantasy. We'll have 8 NFL teams, and we're going to pick which one has the best trio of those positions for fantasy football. And then we are doing a dream concerts bracket. So these are artists that you wouldn't actually be able to see. Either they're passed away or the band is broken up. We're going to go through. We've got 16 artists across a bunch of different genres, and we'll see who comes out on top, who the ultimate dream concert is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be nobody's favorite, but one everybody's okay with. Like everyone's favorite is going to get knocked out at some point. That just seems like how it's going to go.
That's probably why Forrest Gump won the bracket that I originally did with like a group of my friends. Like we did a movie bracket, and Forrest Gump ended up winning. Not my favorite movie, not anyone's favorite movie, but everyone was like, "It's a really good movie."
It's okay. Everyone likes Forrest Gump. Scott Fish is in here. He said here first is old news. Now he's here. JL said, I hate Fridays. It means no FYF after this for 2 days, but happy 4th of July weekend, everyone. Happy 4th of July, Jay. Craig says last, but seriously, no jokes today. Gary is great. Man, that means a lot, Gary, for him to not put a pun in there. You are the first guest Craig has ever not put a pun for. Just straight up compliment. So we must be doing something special.
I'm still looking for it. I feel like it's coded. It's somewhere.
Scott said today's game. Everyone take a drink every time Simon says "What's up? What's up? Everyone."
Oh, my beer's coming.
And Marty said, "Happy 4th of July to you guys. Happy 4th of July, Marty. Glad to have you in here."
What's up, Marty?
Pissed about the red card against Switzerland in that game. Soccer. But anyways, what's up, Anthony? And Craig said, I don't have enough booze in the house for that, Scott. Do I really say what's up that often? I know I say it at the beginning.
It's like every third word. It's what's up.
Craig said, is Simon broadcasting from underwater? Does my sound still sound weird, or is it better now?
It sounds better now. Better. In the beginning, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Perfect. Tim what's up, JR? Yeah. Welcome in. Glad to have you here.
To my name.
No, your name's too close to his name. Guys, I want to make sure we have plenty of time to talk about both these brackets. So I say we go ahead and get going on the first one. No need to fart around or tell poop stories. We can just jump straight into the bracket. I'm going to move myself down here. And Josh, let's put Gary up top. JR said, any listener league info yet? No, but thank you for the reminder. We should put that together. Next week, we'll have more information for you. We can talk about it this weekend, and we'll get you some information for next week. We are excited for a listener league.
Yes.
Guys, this is the bracket for quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio. So each of these teams, you're going to look at it. And some of them, like the Cowboys, you could debate who that wide receiver is, whether it's Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb. But take your pick. This is for 2021. This is redraft, best for fantasy. Take your pick on who you think the players are. We can discuss it. The very first matchup, we have the Cowboys, the 1 seed versus the Packers, the 8 seed. The only reason the Packers are currently down there is because of the uncertainty around Aaron Rodgers. But I say for the purposes of this bracket, what we know today is that Aaron Rodgers is on the Packers. So we do that accordingly in this bracket. Gary, you've got the first vote. Which of these teams has the better quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio for fantasy? Is it the Cowboys with Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Ezekiel Elliott, or the Packers with Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Rodgers.
All right, you just threw me for a loop right there when you said include Aaron Rodgers. So I had a clear Cowboys until that. So now I got to rethink. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for you to flip the switch like that. But you know what? Even though the Cowboys are the 1 seed and the Packers are a later seed, there, I'm going with the Packers. I mean, I like Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams. I mean, just look at those three. MVP last year, Devontae Adams, wide receiver number 1, and Aaron Jones. I don't know. He helped win fantasy leagues last year. I mean, if you had him on your team, I think you were for sure in the playoffs. So I got to go with the Packers with Aaron Rodgers.
1 vote for the Green Bay Packers over the Dallas Cowboys. Dan, where are you going on this one? Cowboys or Packers?
All right, so simple math. I'm taking Rodgers over Dak. I'm taking Adams over Cooper, but Zeke over Jones. So Packers.
2 out of 3. Packers win that one for Dan. Scott says, I missed the last 2 minutes. Can you repeat what I missed? We said, Scott smells. What's up?
Drink.
That was all we said. And Jordan said, damn, I love when Tim is on the show. Best part
Me
is I've never spoken a word to Tim, but show him the most love. What's up, Swamp? Welcome in. He said, who dat? At work, and it's damn 99 degrees, and I cried.
99 degrees.
Oh, and Swamp. I know it's swampy there in New Orleans too. That is a swampy 99 degrees that you're feeling. He says, hi, Tim. John Luke, Cowboys or Packers? Where are you going here?
I've been a Packers apologist all offseason, saying that everyone's fading the Packers too much. Oh, I almost got that, Nat. I almost got it. It's still harassing me. Guys, leave me alone. I have been a Packers apologist, but I'm really hyped for the Cowboys. I'm hyped for Dak, hyped for Zeke. And even assuming that Aaron Rodgers is back, I'm still going to take the Cowboys over them.
That is 1 vote for the Cowboys. Joshua, where are you going here? Before you go, Joey said, bring back that handsome guy from Monday. Yeah, we did have a pretty handsome guest.
Don't recall any handsome guests.
Josh, where are you going here? Packers or Cowboys?
It's a tough one, but just if we're just going under the assumption Aaron Rodgers is there, I'm going to go with the Packers. We put Aaron Rodgers against Dak. I know Dak had a hell of a beginning of the season last year, but I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers still. Aaron Jones outscored Ezekiel Elliott in less games last year. So if we're comparing those two, I might even go Aaron Jones. I'm not drafting him ahead right now just because we don't know about Aaron Rodgers and everything, and then wide receiver, it's not really that close, right? Devontae Adams against Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, so Packers.
Another vote for the Packers. Tim, where are you going on this one? It is 3-1 for the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going Packers as well. Devontae's just so good. Just watching his feet off the line is just incredible. It's like magic to watch. And then Aaron Jones, I love him. He's getting better at catching the ball. If Aaron Rodgers is there like we're thinking, then it's going to be it's a pretty trio, really.
Another vote for the Packers. They're going to move on. Rick said, can't stick around, but wanted to stop by, drop a like, and turn on the stream for that watch time. Big love. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. Wish you could stick around. And we got JR saying Packers best 8 seeds since 2014 Kentucky, which Tim picked to win the title that year, I believe, just so everyone knows in his bracket. That's his claim to fame. You know what? Following Dan's line of logic, I liked what he did there. Broke it into like 3 head-to-head matchups. For fantasy, I would rather have Dak next year than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had a bit of an outlier season last year from a production standpoint. That's not saying he won't be good, but I don't expect the same level of production he had last year. Wide receiver, give me Devontae Adams, obviously. But then running back, I'd take Zeke slightly. I'll take Zeke over Aaron Jones. So it is the Cowboys for me. But that is super close. And the Packers move on anyways. Sorry, Cowboys. The 1 seed are knocked out in the first round. Dan, you've got the first vote on this one. Vikings versus Titans. Who has the better quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio?
This is
close.
This is close.
Who's the number 1 on the Titans?
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that it's A.J. Brown still. I'd probably take A.J. over Jefferson. I think Jefferson had an amazing season last year, but that might be his ceiling. I think with Julio being there, A.J. going to have a better year than he had last year. Quarterback goes to the Titans as well. I think Tannehill is better than Cousins. And running back is way too close, but since the Titans won the last 2, I just go Titans and don't have to worry about running back. So Titans.
Yeah.
He said, I am not picking between Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. John Luke, are you going Vikings or Titans?
Yeah, I do agree with Dan. I think that's Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry. I guess I would take Derrick Henry in just the vacuum if I had to choose between the two just this next season. That's what we're talking about, right? Just this next season?
Next season.
Wide receivers, oh, God. It is really close. I think I would rather have Tannehill over Cousins. I think that's pretty much the only edge I really care about here. And so give me Tannehill.
Jordan said the same thing. He said Titans because Tannehill greater than Cousins. Josh, where are you going here?
This is really close. Like everyone's saying, like I completely agree. The only edge is Tannehill over Cousins for me, but I side with Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson for just this year. AJ Brown concerns me with Julio Jones and his knees, but they're so close. I'll still go Titans just because of the Tannehill size of gap between Tannehill and Cousins.
We got Jeff in
Don't
here
read into
saying
that,
hi,
yeah.
Gary. Shout out to Gary from Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff from Gary. Wow.
Jeff!
That's
Feel the
romantic.
love.
It's a little inappropriate to do that on our stream. Jeff said, I already put that up there. You mean Dalton Jordan. Jordan said Sam Darnold, CMC, DJ Moore is clearly the real number one seed. We've got 3 votes for the Titans. Tim, where are you going here?
Yeah, I'm going the Titans. It's razor thin. It could be a coin flip, but I'm going with the Titans next season because I think their crossover schedule is with the AFC East, and I think even playing in the AFC South, I think the Titans have a much better shot at producing a lot of points. So that's all I can say.
It came down so much so that Tim's looking at the schedule to differentiate between these two teams for next year. I agree with what you guys said. No need to repeat it again. Very close on running back and wide receiver. Quarterback gives the edge to the Titans for me. But this is a lot closer than I think 5-0 makes it look so far.
Yeah.
Gary, are you finishing this sweep or are you throwing a vote to the Vikings?
No, we're sweeping with the Titans.
All right.
I mean, it's just what everybody said. It's close, and it's going to even get closer as we go to the next bracket. But Tannehill over Cousins is my reasoning as well.
Exactly.
There we go. Titans move on. John Luke, you've got the first vote on this one. It is the Chargers versus the Rams. Which of these teams has a better trio of running back, wide receiver, quarterback? I know for Rams, it can be a bit whether you want to label Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods as the one.
Bobby Trees.
But I say Robert Woods. I don't know what you guys say.
It's Woods.
Yeah, it's Woods for me. I feel like this is a pretty complimentary matchup here. The Chargers have in my mind, a better wide receiver core, but I would probably take the Rams running back room over the Chargers. But I feel like the gap between Robert Woods and I'm guessing we're Keenan Allen, right, is top guy there, versus Cam Akers and Austin Eckler. I would rather have the Chargers, and I think I'd rather have Herbert over Matthew Stafford. I'm hyped for Matthew Stafford this year. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Like I think I'm just leaning towards what we know, which is the Chargers were good last season. Not much change for them. So if anything, they did better, made their team much better in the draft. So I'm gonna go Chargers here.
One vote for the Chargers. Jeff says shenanigans Bills weren't included. What running back did you want me to put on there?
Yeah.
Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. There's a reason the Bills aren't on there.
Josh Allen twice.
Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs. That's the list.
Yeah.
We've got one vote for the Chargers. Scott said anyone in the chat
just giving them away.
Just open. He's talking about us.
Wait, I changed my vote.
Yeah. I'm out.
Okay, Josh, where do you vote on this one? Chargers or Rams?
Any James Roday fans in the chat?
So comparing the quarterbacks is pretty close to me. Comparing the running backs, it's very close. Austin Eckler is a better pass catcher. Cam Akers is probably just a better put the ball in his chest and let him run kind of guy. But that's so close where it separates is Keenan Allen versus Robert Woods. I'd much rather have Keenan Allen. I got to go the Chargers here.
Another vote for the Chargers. Tim, where are you going on this one?
Well, I wanted to vote for the Chargers, but this is too boring. Go for the Rams.
Tim Chaos. Tim Chaos.
Tim, you know what, Tim? Our friend Victor Cox probably inspired your vote whenever he comes in and says Cam Akers is the top 5 running back in 2020.
I mean, I have Cam Akers on my bench, so and Eckler.
There you go.
So what are you gonna do?
On your bench.
Oh, Craig said Trubisky for Bills QB, Allen at running back, and Diggs at wide receiver. That's how you do it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It is my vote, and I prefer the quarterback for the Chargers. Give me Herbert. I prefer the running back for the Chargers. Give me Eckler over Cam Akers just this upcoming season. I trust Eckler's production a lot more. He was a PPR cheat code last season before he got injured, like insane. I think people are undervaluing him this year. And then give me Keenan Allen. It's not even close for me. It's the Chargers 3-1. Gary, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, I know it may not be fun for I'll pick the same thing, but I'm taking the Chargers in a sweep as well. I like Herbert, Eckler, and Keenan Allen over the other guys. And it's close, like we said on all these, but Chargers is my gut on it.
Yeah.
Dan, finish us up here. The Chargers are moving on, but where's your vote going?
Well, I love Stafford probably more than anyone really should. I think Herbert might regress a little
Just
bit.
off the football field. Yeah.
It's just, it's
Even
a,
Mrs.
it's a
Stafford.
personal thing.
But I agree that Eckler and Allen beat out the other two, so Chargers.
5-1. Chargers move on to the next round, and we've got our last matchup of the first round. It is the Seahawks versus the Chiefs. And Josh, you have the first vote on this one. Which of these teams has a better running back, wide receiver, quarterback trio? It's a
All
tough
right,
one,
I'll
isn't
start
it?
with I hate this. I'll start with the quarterback, right? Patrick Mahomes beats Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's great, but it's Patrick Mahomes. And then we go to wide receiver. It's Tyreek Hill versus DK Metcalf. It's Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Then we go to running back. It doesn't even matter. The Chiefs won, right? Let's go.
So I guess not as hard as you thought.
No, it wasn't.
Tim,
It was. I'm glad I got to
Tim, are
break
you
it
going-
down like that.
Tim, are you going Seahawks or Chiefs?
I just have a bunch of spite towards the Chiefs right now, so definitely Seahawks for me.
One vote for the Seahawks from Tim. And I'll start the other way with the running backs. I'll take Chris Carson over CEH next season. I think Chris Carson's set up for a great year. But then the other two positions, it's the Chiefs. So sorry, Seahawks. You got on the board on my personal board, but you don't get my vote. Chiefs moving on. Gary, where are you going here? Chiefs or Seahawks?
Yeah, I love the Seahawks, but the Chiefs, you can't bet against them. That's talent.
Another vote for the Chiefs. And JR said Chiefs win this big if this was a quartet bracket. There's a reason tight end isn't included, and that's because we wanted it to be interesting. Dan, where are you going on this one? Seahawks or Chiefs?
I agree with what you and Josh said, Simon. I think that Carson is very undervalued in terms of running back, but Hill and Mahomes beat the counterparts on the Seahawks. So Chiefs.
4-1. John Luke, are you making it 5-1, or are you throwing a vote over to the Seahawks with your buddy Tim over there?
It's 5-1.
Dang it.
Sorry, Tim. I love you, Tim.
Okay, JL had the last vote there. We are into the semifinals. Tim, you have the first vote on this one, I believe, right? Yeah. And it is Packers. Josh had the last one. It is Packers versus Titans. Which of these two teams has the better trio?
I mean, this is a pretty strong 8 seed, I'd say. If Rodgers is there, I'm taking the Packers here. I can't not with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That's the two of the best. They should meet the Chiefs in the finals, I think.
Yeah, this is close for me. I think I take Derrick Henry over Aaron Jones slightly, but even that's close. But then Aaron Rodgers over Tannehill and Devontae Adams over AJ Brown. This is the Packers for me. Gary, where are you going on this one? Packers or Titans?
Yeah, this is an easy Packers for me. I like Rodgers more than Tannehill. Henry is close, and then AJ Brown, that's close as well. But tip it to Packers.
Tip it to Packers. Packers up 3-0. Dan, where are you going here? Packers or Titans?
I feel like if this were Dynasty, it'd be a lot closer with the AJ Brown Adams, but it's
100%.
not. So Packers.
4-0 for the Packers. We've had nothing but blowouts so far today. John Luke, where are you going here? Packers or Titans?
I'm going to throw one to the Titans.
I was going to do that. Losers.
So now you can throw
Man.
2 to the Titans.
All right.
And Josh, where are you going here? You got the last vote. Packers are moving on.
I
but-
like almost just want to throw one to the Titans just because of the Aaron Rodgers issues going on. But yeah, let's throw one to the Titans. 4-2. The Titans.
4-2.
AJ Brown. Close enough.
Packers.
Derrick Henry beats Aaron Jones. Let's go.
Packers move on. Chargers, Chiefs in our other semifinal matchup. I've got the first vote here, and man, I guess let's break it down. Chargers, Chiefs, quarterback. That obviously goes to the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. I love Herbert, but I'm not ready to rank him above Patrick Mahomes in redraft. That's insanity. At running back, you've got CEH versus Austin Eckler. Give me Austin Eckler. And then at wide receiver, you've got Keenan Allen versus Tyreek Hill. That's Tyreek Hill. I guess even though the Chiefs have won 2 out of 3, the gap between Austin Eckler and CEH is so much bigger than the gap between Tyreek Hill and Keenan Allen to me that I think I would prefer. Like if I had to just put 3 of these players on my team, I might pick the Chargers players. Like I like Keenan Allen. This is close, but I think I'm going to go the Chargers. Austin Eckler is a borderline top 5 PPR running back for me next year, and CEH is an RB2 in my eyes. So that's where I'm going. That's the differentiator. 1 vote for the Chargers. Gary, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going with the Chiefs. I was just looking at ADP. And we were doing a draft right now, and I think ADP is higher on all the Chiefs players than it is the Charger players.
On all the Chiefs. You're going Chiefs?
Yep, that's me, Chiefs.
1 vote for the
That's
Chiefs
me.
from Gary. Steven Johnson says, as
That's
Dale
funny.
Dobrik said in Step Brothers, the choices on this matchup are on planet BS. Thank you, JL and Josh. Boo,
Did it for you, Steven.
Packers.
Did it for you.
Okay, Dan, where are you going on this one?
I agree with you, Simon, that I think Eckler is much better than CEH is, but I have to give the other 2 positions to the Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs here.
Okay, 2 votes for the Chiefs. John Luke, where are you going?
Yeah, it's Chiefs for me. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a hard time beating the Chiefs in this bracket. So they're the clear dominating participant here.
I just feel like Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes are dragging CEH along to the championship.
Yeah.
Like my thing was like
I think-
the Chargers seem very well rounded.
They do. But I think after this season, it'll be a different tune.
Okay, we'll see. Josh, are you
And-
going
and-
Chargers or Chiefs?
I kind of agree with JL there. I think CEH is
Hey.
in store for a hell of a season. I'm going Chiefs here. I'm not picking them above Austin Eckler, but for me personally, it's a little bit closer than what you guys were saying.
Than what I'm saying. Tim, the Chiefs
yeah.
are moving on, but where's your vote?
Just Simon.
Where's
Just
your
Simon.
vote going?
Just Simon.
I mean, I'm going Chargers as well. If I'm gonna sum up the points for all of these players at the end of the season and then see what that sum is at the end of the season, like Simon said, I think the difference between Eckler and CEH might be a hair enough to overcome the difference between Herbert and
Really?
I think it would be a hair, but I think it would be close. I think CEH is going to outscore, or Eckler might outscore CEH by. I'll be bullish on it. We'll say 50 points on the season. And I think
So
that might be enough.
assuming you get all 3, like these 3 stacks on your fantasy team, you would take the Chargers stack over the Chiefs stack.
I mean, I take the duo on the Chiefs, but CEH there just feels like such a limp. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Chiefs move on.
He's part of CEH is part of
I
the pack.
really like this question JR asked in the chat here for you, Simon. Mahomes and CEH or Herbert and Eckler?
Herbert and Eckler.
All right. That's what I figured doing.
Yeah,
what I figured.
I think especially in a 1 quarterback league, give me Herbert and Eckler. Like that's not even
fair.
a question in my mind.
That's fair. It's a question in my mind.
That I know,
question.
and I'm further down on CEH than I think even consensus is, which is pretty low. I just don't believe in it after what we saw last year.
Let's go, Steven.
Yeah, and Steven agrees with you guys. CEH top 10 RB10 finish in 2021. I may be completely wrong, but that's a player I'm willing to be wrong on going into next year. We are on to our championship matchup, and Gary,
It's a good championship.
you've got the first vote on this one. It is the 8 seed versus the 2 seed, the Packers versus the Chiefs. Where are you going here?
All right, I've been voting heavy Chiefs this whole time, but if you start looking at the players versus the other players, I'm going Green Bay. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he's not – I take Mahomes over Rodgers, but it's pretty close. And Aaron Jones way over CEH in my guess. And Devontae Adams, and I think I like him a little bit more than Tyreek. I mean, it's all close, but I'm going Packers.
Packers with 1 vote. Dan, where are you going here? Packers or Chiefs?
I tend to agree with JL and Josh. I think CH is due for a bounce back season. I think his rookie season left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. I don't think he's going to do as well as Aaron Jones is, or I think it's closer than what people think. So I'm going to go Chiefs here.
1 vote for the Chiefs from Dan. And John Luke, what are you doing here? It is 1-1.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I think I do love the Packers offense. I think Aaron Rodgers is a little bit more touchdown dependent, right? You see the oscillations of his fantasy relevancy based off of his touchdowns.
Gross. Who said gross?
Gross.
Gross. And I feel like that Mahomes has that safe floor. It doesn't matter if he has a down year, it's still a top 5 year. I love Tyreek Hill and like I said before, I'm bullish on CEH, so we'll go Chiefs here.
2-1 for the Chiefs. Josh, we are on to you. You're also bullish on CEH, but where are you going here?
I'm bullish on CEH, but I still, I prefer Aaron Jones, especially if we're assuming Aaron Rodgers is there. Devontae Adams, if we're assuming Aaron Rodgers is there, but he's not there. Man, I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes, but if I knew Aaron Rodgers was there, I would take.
We're assuming
and Aaron Jones,
he's there.
I hate this.
That's why it's the championship.
Yeah, and I disparaged the Packers on my last vote a little bit. I went at that a little. I'll go with the Packers here, actually.
It's 2-2 with 2 votes left. Tim, where are you going on this one?
I want to send it to the chat, which means I think I'd have to vote for the Chiefs, but I don't want to vote for the Chiefs. I would
change my vote to the Chiefs.
You're changing yours to the Chiefs?
You want me to? I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to go to the Packers. This would have been a really fun Super Bowl, I think. If the Packers could have made it through the Bucs, this would have been a fun one to watch. But yeah, give me the Packers.
Yeah, that would suck.
1 vote for the Packers. Steven said y'all are going to look back on this with regret when you voted the Packers to win this with Jordan Love at QB. Well, that would be an entirely different bracket. We're making that assumption that he's going to be there. Can you
just put like with Rodgers in that?
before we
just
post,
make sure we know.
Before we post this bracket anywhere, I'll put it in parentheses with Rodgers. And this one's not going to the chat. I'm going to finish it off. Anthony said Mahomes equals Rodgers. I don't agree with that, but Mahomes is obviously above Rodgers. But then Adams and Hill, take your pick. Like literally pick them for whichever one you want. And Aaron Jones is greater than CEH, more than Mahomes is greater than Rodgers. So it's the Packers for me. The Packers win it with Rodgers. Moving on to the champions bracket. We haven't teased that in a little while. We have to have 16 brackets by now.
When is that going to happen?
One of these weeks we're gonna have to just do a mega bracket. Gary, we've talked about just taking all the winners from our brackets, the football and non-football ones, and doing a champion of champions brackets. You might have like the Packers versus New Girl in a matchup, and no context. You just have to pick. So
I like that.
Packers all day.
That's like what we're doing. The Packers are officially the best trio in the NFL for fantasy: quarterback, running back, wide receiver. And we are moving on to our next bracket, which I feel like is going to get a bit contentious. Before we do that, though, guys, I just want to remind everyone, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're on YouTube at Front Yard Fantasy. Hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us, and you can make sure you never miss another episode of the Fantasy Football Game Show again. And when there might be a new show coming soon to the channel, you'll make sure you don't miss that one either. Wink, wink, Dan. And Jay's not on.
Dan.
Ooh, spoiler. Tease.
Teasing.
Okay, guys, this is our bracket. For everyone watching, we are doing a JL will always pick New Girl, Jay said. That is true. And JR said champions bracket, 64 seed New Girl. Also, Steven said 8 seed. 8. Rigged. Rigged, I say. Yeah, it is fully rigged, 100%. Salty Bears fan, says Jay, just calling him out. And Jay says, wink, wink. Guys, this bracket is for concerts of bands and or artists that are passed away or no longer performing. that you would like to see the most. It is all personal preference. Which one of these would you prefer to see? It doesn't matter if one of these is like objectively better than the other. If you don't want to see him in concert, you don't want to see him in concert. So grade this however you see fit. You can be a hypocrite. You can be consistent the whole time. Just whatever you do, tell us why you're voting the way you vote. Gary, I know you had the first vote on the last one, but you're the guest. So we're going to start with you in this first matchup of the Beatles versus Nirvana. Which one of these bands would you rather see live?
So I'm going with the Beatles. Album sales, just they're the Beatles. You know, they're one of the top. They're one of the top bands of all time. Now, Nirvana maybe could have gotten there had Kurt Cobain not died, but you know, from what we know now, I'm going Beatles.
Beatles won. Dan, where are you going here? The Beatles or Nirvana?
Yeah, I'm going Beatles as well. I mean, Nirvana obviously is, you know, a fantastic band, but I mean, the Beatles are the Beatles, so got to go with them.
Another vote for the Beatles. Also, Steven in the chat just said something that I did not verify. He said the Rolling Stones are dead.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Are they still touring?
They still do shows, man.
Oh, okay. Then you know
Wow.
what? We have to make a correction. I did not fact check that. I just put it on there.
Who told
So,
you that they weren't dead?
You sent the bracket to us. I got to take blame for this.
I saw it
too.
on- I saw it on a
I
list.
saw them.
I did see them, but I take no blame.
Put in Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, put it
Okay.
in Zeppelin.
Grateful Dead, was that one?
Anybody
Oh,
know
so Led
who
Zeppelin.
was Zeppelin?
I think it's
That's
just one L.
just double L. There's an I with an accent. Carry
Okay,
the
good
one.
enough.
Carry
That
the
is
one.
good enough for Led Zeppelin. So we had one vote for the Beatles. Dan, where are you voting here? Beatles or Nirvana?
The Beatles.
Another vote for the Beatles. Anthony said replace Stones with Rush. And then he said, or Zeppelin works.
Slap in the
Glad you
face.
approved.
Or Zeppelin.
JL, are you going the Beatles or Nirvana?
Yeah, I feel. I honestly thought that Nirvana would put up more of a fight in this one. Simon and I were talking about them recently. I feel like, and I was saying how I like Nirvana, but like not like everyone else does. So I don't even like the Beatles like everyone else does. But I feel like seeing them live would just be unreal, it's super trippy. So Beatles.
The Beatles 3-0. They're at least sending it to the chat. Josh, are you going Beatles or Nirvana?
Yeah, I actually really like Nirvana, but it's the Beatles. I would rather see a Beatles concert than a Nirvana concert. Let's go with the Beatles here. Let's go.
There we go. Tough
Tim, it
matchup
is
for Nirvana.
4-0
Yeah, it
for
is.
the Beatles. Are you going Beatles or Nirvana?
I mean, I don't really care for the Beatles. They're fine.
I'm with you, Tim.
But
I
Nirvana.
want to hold your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
If
All
I
right.
could have had the opportunity to go see the MTV Unplugged with Nirvana, that would have been a show to watch. He only played a couple songs, but man, that's special. Go Nirvana.
Yeah, and man, I'm somewhere between Tim and Josh because band I like more. I like Nirvana more, but just for like, you could say you saw the Beatles. Know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's
You can still go see Paul McCartney. That's close enough.
yeah.
Ringo.
I think I would have more fun at a Nirvana show, but I'm gonna go to the Beatles just because I would want to see them. And it doesn't matter anyways. They are moving on. Anthony said Tim has a Beatles poster behind him. What in the world?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Tim is the
That's
only
it.
one who didn't vote for the Beatles, and he's got
That's
a Beatles
awesome.
I forgot I had that. I honestly, I got that because I was helping somebody get a job, and they were moving, and they're like, "Oh, do you want this piece of art?" I'm like, "Sure."
Piece of art.
It's a puzzle that they framed. I honestly didn't even know it was a Beatles album until I actually looked at it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that looks kind of like some Beatles stuff."
That would
doesn't
be
it?
weird if you knew it was a Beatles album before you looked
And I
at
was
it.
first.
Yeah.
With Scottish.
Scott said the new FYF show. I am here, and I was first with Scott Fish. Okay, yeah, let's launch it. First episode
like
next Tuesday.
45-second stream.
It's at 4 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. It's 45 seconds.
As soon
Make
as
sure
he
you don't
wakes
miss
up.
it. Yeah, he
I'm
just
here.
wakes up.
It's him talking about Fast and Furious.
Okay, we are on to our next matchup, and Dan, you have the first vote. This is Prince versus
Good
Pink
one.
Floyd. Which of these artists would you like to
Ooh.
see live? Oh man, this one.
This is rough. But I personally, I would probably prefer to see Prince live. Honestly, so Prince.
One vote for Prince. John Luke, Prince or Pink Floyd?
God, I think I would go Prince too. This is really tough because I feel like Pink Floyd would be really wild to see live, but so would Prince. So I'm going Prince.
Prince. I feel like these two bands have like two of the most iconic tours of all time, like the Off the Wall tour and then the Purple Rain tour. Are like whenever you look up best tours of all time, I feel like those two are always near the top. So this one's tricky. Josh, where are you going, Prince or Pink Floyd?
Well, so you're
in one of these divisions for Scott.
Yeah, choose your next words carefully.
Pink Floyd division, but Prince is so
you
good. But
you were in that division.
It's Pink Floyd all day.
There, he got the shirt. That's where he went.
Let's go. I had to go grab my Pink Floyd shirt real fast. This isn't even a question, guys. Pink Floyd is one of the best bands of all time. Let's go.
So Prince is one of the best artists of all time.
It is 2-1. Prince leading Pink Floyd. Tim, where are you going on this one?
I don't think I have any more albums on my wall. I think Prince would be such a fun show. Pink Floyd, like, I get it. I get the vibes and whatnot, but Prince would just be so much fun, man. The theatrics, the just shred it. Just give me Prince. Let's go.
One vote for Prince. And man, I wanted some more drama here, but I'm also going to vote for Prince. I think the level of star power that he has is like so unique, like just his presence whenever you hear him speak. And like, I would just love to be in the same room as that man watching him perform. It's Prince. And that's no knock on Pink Floyd. If Pink Floyd had a different matchup in this first round, I think they would beat most other people for me, but Prince just edges them out. Yeah, Gary, where are you going
really
here? Prince?
This has really hurt me, guys.
So Prince is head and shoulders the better musician and all that, but I'm going Pink Floyd. They're trippy, they're fun, they're out there, and just can you imagine sitting at a concert like that with all the lights and the pig floating above the stage and Pink Floyd.
It'd be so much fun.
Pink Floyd with 2 votes, but the chat seemed to have preferred Pink Floyd. Anthony said Pink Floyd. Steven said these answers are hurting me and said, yes, Josh, after you voted for Pink Floyd.
I was trying, Steven. I was trying.
But J-Wall said Prince, he was a New Girl, so he would have won regardless. I forgot about that episode. That's one of the weirdest episodes of New Girl. That's so bizarre. Our next matchup, we've got Bob Marley, the 5 seed, versus Tom Petty, the 12 seed. And John Luke, you have the first vote here. Where are you going, Bob Marley or Tom Petty?
You guys are gonna hate me for this, bringing on more hate. I don't really love Tom Petty. He's like the ugliest man to ever be famous. R.I.P. R.I.P. buddy.
Buddy.
Danny DeVito? You think Tom Petty's ugly?
Danny DeVito is beautiful in the smaller package that he is. It's Bob Marley.
1 vote for Bob Marley. JL hates Tom Petty, apparently. Thinks he looks funny. Josh, are you going Tom Petty or Bob Marley?
I really hate this one. I really like both of these guys. I'm a big fan of both these guys. I think I have to go with Tom Petty, I do. Yeah, I'm going with Tom Petty. I'm going with Tom Petty.
1 vote for Tom Petty. Tim, where are you going?
JL, I think that might be my next tattoo. Tom Petty might be the ugliest person to ever get famous.
He's so ugly. He was so ugly. Yeah.
RP, buddy, you ugly son of a bitch.
Yeah.
John Luke Garofalo.
Thank goodness he had money.
Stevenson was back on planet bullshit. Tim, where are you going here?
Back down.
I don't even like reggae, but I think the Bob Marley concert would be just
so cool.
Great vibes. Great vibes all around.
I'm with you, Tim.
It would be, Tim. That's why
2 votes for Bob Marley. Tim, I want to bring back the memory of a specific night for you. We went to a Hurricane Michael relief concert at Star Bar in Atlanta, Georgia. The first band was a punk band from Athens. They were fantastic. And then this DJ got up there and he played one Bob Marley song and we were like, oh, cool. Like mixing it up a little bit. Then he played another and another and another. And for 2 hours straight played nothing but Bob Marley. And we got sick of it. We left. We walked out. And I just think I'm not sure I would want to be at that show. I like Bob Marley. I respect Bob Marley. But I can't listen to 2 hours of reggae. So it's Tom Petty for me. Gary, where are you going?
So
Scott Fish says, I have met Prince multiple times. Isn't he a Minnesota guy?
He is. Apparently,
he was. He barely came.
Scott said he barely came up to my nipples. That's a weird way to measure someone.
To be fair, most of us
TMI.
don't come up to your nipples, Scott. You're very tall.
Especially if you have your nipples on your
Then
shoulders.
Scott said his girl was tall and almost surreal beautiful. How do
Just
people like
adds to
this?
the Prince lore, just adds to his like legendary status.
Gary, it is 2-2 right now.
So back on track here.
Yeah, thank you. Good call, Gary.
I love the thought that Scott is like talking to Prince and he's just like measuring out
that height.
from his-
That's
Can you stand up straight, Prince? Stand up straight.
I'm sure it was
Stop slouching.
approximate. Okay, so back on track, JL.
Gary, we
Bob,
need you on the show every day.
Bob Marley is an icon. He has
icon.
been an icon. He's just a special. I don't know, just a special guy from just everyone knows him. But if I was just same thing, I'd rather listen to 2 hours worth of Tom Petty music because I know it better than 2 hours of reggae. So I'm going Petty.
It is 3 for Tom Petty, 2 for Bob Marley. I feel a little bit bad. I feel like I'm disrespecting the memory of Bob Marley, but that's just the way it's lying. Dan, where are you going here? Bob Marley or Tom Petty? Are you sending Bob Marley away or are you giving it to the ugly dude, Tom Petty?
I think that hell is frozen over because I agree with JL.
Oh,
Oh no!
It is Bob Marley. I'd rather go to
We
a
need
Bob
help.
Marley concert. So
Oh,
chat.
we need help from the chat. And, we have 1 vote so far. Anthony said Bob Marley. Everyone else is just yelling about our answers or talking about their nipples. So we need another vote to make this official.
We're talking
Bob
about
Marley
Come on,
versus
I
Tom
won't
Petty.
back down.
We'll give you.
You're not helping, Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna hurt Tom Petty votes.
Damn it! You're right. You're right. I can't sing any Bob
It is
Marley.
now tied 1-1. Tom Petty
Yes.
versus Bob Marley. We need 1 more vote. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It's the same person. Steven said Tom Petty again. And MCAT said
no.
Marley forever.
Oh,
JR
no.
said Marley.
No.
Marley. It looks like
Marley.
it's moving on over Tom
Oh.
Petty. Oh, but J Wall said indifferent, but I'll say Petty. That's still 3-2 for Marley. Marley
Let's
is
move
moving
on.
on.
Yeah.
Our
let's
next
move on.
match, we've got the notorious B.I.G. versus Elvis Presley. Who has the first vote on this one? It is the 1, 2, 3, 4th matchup. So Joshua, you've got the first vote. Where are you going here?
It would be so cool to say I saw either of these two guys live.
Yeah.
But I actually like Biggie's songs better. I'm gonna go with Notorious B.I.G. Let's go.
The notorious B.I.G. with 1 vote. Tim, where are you going? Biggie Smalls.
I
or
never
Elvis
really got
Presley?
into Elvis songs. I'll be honest.
If Biggie had a Christmas song that I don't know about, then I'd lean his way. But Elvis has a Christmas song, so I'll go with that.
1 vote for
I'm gonna do some
Elvis.
research.
We've got some votes in the chat already. Anthony said Elvis for sure. J.Wall said Elvis stole Chuck Berry's music. It is my vote. And while it would be cool to say you saw Elvis, I would have so much
There
fun
are
at a
Biggie
Biggie
Christmas
show.
songs.
It's Biggie for me, and it's not particularly close. Even though Elvis is like a freaking icon, it's Biggie. Gary, are you going Biggie or Elvis Presley?
I'm going icon. I mean, Presley. I mean, he was the GOAT before that term was even around, right? So I'm going Elvis easy. Plus, he was in Forrest Gump, right? His character.
He was.
Forrest
Yeah,
taught him
there
to
you go.
dance.
He was.
Anthony said Elvis is the only reason half these effing bands are up here. He's pissed about that Switzerland red card still. He's just livid. It's taking it out on us. JR says Elvis overrated, like Don Mattingly. Well, I wish I understood that reference.
Jay's
Who's Don
gonna-
Mattingly?
He's coming after you for that one.
Dan, where's your vote going on this one?
Quick shout out to Josh for that on the spot Christmas Biggie research right there. Good job.
Yeah, he has a song. I want to listen to it now.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Look, I understand that Elvis has like such a big effect on music, but we're talking concerts. It's Biggie and it's not clubs.
Let's go.
Another vote for Biggie. And John Luke, I have a feeling I know where you're wrapping this one out, but go ahead and tell me.
Oh, I see that wordplay there. And you were right, Simon. It's Biggie. Come on.
go.
Elvis is a chump, man. That'd be the boring.
Elvis
ass-
is a chump.
Elvis is
my
not a
God.
chump.
Elvis is
not
such a
Yeah,
chump.
you took it too far.
Oh my God.
You
He
always
literally
take it
has
a
the
step too
worst
far.
style. He's
JL's
got
like
the
Tom
worst
Petty's the
style.
ugliest guy who ever lived, and Elvis is a chump.
Elvis is a big old fat chump. Don't even get me started. It's
I
all
hate
about
the
Biggie.
Beatles. I hate
my
Elvis. Nirvana sucks. Tom.
I don't hate the
Petty
Beatles.
Elvis
I don't hate the
Presley.
Beatles. Don't misquote me.
Wow, JL choosing violence today.
Absolutely.
Every day, Gary.
Violence.
Every
Every
day.
day.
That's my thing.
Our next matchup, Tim, you've got the first vote on this one. It is Led Zeppelin versus Whitney Houston. Which of these artists would you like to see live?
It's Led Zeppelin, and it's not close at all. Sorry.
It's Whitney Houston, and it's not close at all for me. Not a big Led Zeppelin fan, and I love Whitney Houston. Gary, where are you going? Led Zeppelin or Whitney Houston?
Led Zeppelin, no analysis needed.
No analysis needed. 2-1. Dan, are you going Led Zeppelin or Whitney Houston?
What Gary said.
Led Zeppelin, no analysis needed from Dan. And Anthony said, note to self, if I'm ever on a road trip with you, JL, he does not get the aux cord.
I have an iPhone, and so the aux cord won't even help. I'll just connect to Bluetooth, Anthony.
Jay Wall said, Whitney Houston, her voice is heavenly. I love Zeppelin, but Whitney. And Anthony said, Zeppelin, all caps. John Luke, Whitney Houston or Led Zeppelin?
I'm going Whitney, baby.
It is 3-2. Josh, are you going to give this win to Led Zeppelin, or are you sending it to the chat?
I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I gotta go with Zeppelin. Yeah, I mean, Whitney Houston's got a fantastic voice, but I'm sorry, it's Zeppelin all day.
4-2. Led Zeppelin advances, and up next, earlier JS had Mozart sneak into this bracket. Right before the stream, Mozart snuck in. I think Tim was the one who recommended it. And do I have the first vote here?
Yeah,
I think so. I'm really upset about this one.
I know.
This one's so tough. Like, how freaking cool would it be to see Mozart perform live? And he was crazy too, but it's got to be Jimi Hendrix. Like, holy cow! Can you imagine being at a Jimi Hendrix show? That would just be absolutely wild. I don't think the people in Mozart's time would like me very much, and I'm assuming I get transported back there, not he gets transported here.
He goes here.
I'm going to go with Jimi Hendrix. Gary, are you going Jimi Hendrix or Mozart on this one?
I'm going Jimi Hendrix because I was a big fan of that music. But Mozart, man, that's you wouldn't think that would be hard to pick Mozart or Hendrix over some.
I'm glad you added that, Tim.
I got
Gary,
you.
Gary, did you ever consider a question like this before? Like, who would you rather see live, Mozart or Jimi Hendrix?
No, I thought Elvis was going to be as far back as we went. I didn't know we were going to go back to the concertos.
Dan, are you going Mozart or Jimi Hendrix? Right now, Jimi Hendrix has a 2-0 lead.
I'm going to throw a vote to Mozart. I think if we back then, if you heard him live, it would be like the universe opening up or something. So I'm going to go Mozart.
One vote for Mozart. There's a stand-up comedian. I can't remember who it is. Oh, it's the guy with the creepy smile, Ryan something. But he talks about how not everyone should be allowed access to voting on YouTube. Like, someone opens up one of Mozart's symphonies and gives it a downvote. Like, who are they to say that this song sucks on Mozart's music?
Right.
JL, Mozart or Jimi Hendrix? Where are you going here?
I said it before the show, but can you imagine just eating an edible, showing up to a Mozart show? That would be so much fun. Oh my God. But you're right, Simon. People would definitely see you geeking out in the corner and be like, what is wrong with that lad? So I'm that lad. I don't know if lad is a term from. I just imagine Mozart is the same time as Shakespeare.
So JL, what if you take that same edible and sit at a Jimi Hendrix concert?
It's just as good, which is why I'm going Jimi Hendrix.
He is chilling.
But I'm gonna fit in.
He is having a good time.
I was about to say, if everyone matches.
Everyone's like, he should have more.
Maybe some points for Mozart we didn't consider are those frilly collars. That'd be badass to get to wear one of those. Josh, are you going Mozart or Jimi Hendrix? It is 3-1 for Jimmy right now.
Yeah, it's Jimi Hendrix for me. I like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, but it's Jimi Hendrix.
Did you have to look? Do you have that pulled up on your phone right now?
I pulled it up on my phone. I was like, what is Mozart's full name? I just wanted to know.
It's like Prince.
Wolfgang Amadeus.
Have you guys not seen the movie Amadeus? If you haven't seen it, go watch it today.
I have not.
It's incredible. It's such a good movie. You should go watch Amadeus.
Is it about
Gary,
Mozart?
It is, and it is a very good movie.
It's good.
Tim, are you going? Gary, you've seen it. Good. You can back me up there.
Also, yeah, it's good stuff.
There you go, Tim.
I'm going Mozart, man. Like a Jimmy would be fantastic to see, but if you're trying to tell me that I don't get to go back and see like one of the OGs of all, that's like going to see God, right? I think that would just be so fantastic. Plus, if I get to go back in time and just scare all the people from the past about future stuff, I'm gonna take that chance a million times out of a million. Plus, Mozart was like slamming on the keyboards, man. He'd break his pianos and stuff. He had to have multiple pianos at his concert. You're trying to tell me he wasn't getting into it? He is getting into it. It's going to be a fun concert. I would love it.
It'll be a concerto.
He's like, bah, bah, bah. Let's go.
Tim picks Mozart. Polar Knights is in here. It says, sweet Jesus, it is the perfect evolution of beards. We do have a lot of different stages of beards in here. So they are back. Yes. I don't know what's back. We're back. We're back every day. JL's completely clean shaven. I've got gross 5 o'clock shadow. Tim's got a beautiful mustache. Josh has this first stage of Dan's beard. Dan takes it up a notch.
First stage of Dan's beard.
Stage one.
Stage one.
Stage one. Sounds like a bad diagnosis. Sorry,
I
son.
just let mine
You
come,
stage
man.
one.
Jay
Dan's
also
beard.
queen, and Polar Knight says, darn it, I am going blind. Shit is fading into pink.
my.
Watch out for that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful. Our show has never caused that side effect, so you might be allergic to it. We've got Queen versus Johnny Cash. Tim had the last vote on that one, which means, Gary, you've got the first vote, and this is the first time I'm seeing that I paired these guys against each other, and I am really, really, really upset with myself right now. Gary, are you going Queen or Johnny Cash?
Well, I'm upset with you as well. I love Queen. Like Queen, I've seen the movie a bunch of times. I love the band, Freddie Mercury and all this. But going back to Icon, I mean, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is the shit. I'm going Johnny Cash.
One vote for Johnny Cash because he's the
This
shit.
one's tough.
Dan, are you going Queen or Johnny Cash?
So full disclosure, I'm in the Queen division of Scott Fishbowl. So,
Thank you for
but
disclosing.
Queen, thank you. But I think Queen's Live Aid performance in '85 is in the short list of greatest live performances of all time. Yeah. So it has to be Queen.
One vote for Queen from Dan. John Luke, Queen or Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash is a chump. It's Queen.
What the hell?
It's Queen, baby. Freddie Mercury.
Can you fire JL? Goodness.
So, Jay, you could have voted for Queen without doing that to Johnny.
Without
I
disrespect
could
to
have,
Johnny.
but I didn't, Gary.
But he chose violence.
But I chose
Anthony
not.
said the best cash shows are only accessible if you kill someone first.
And
Pass.
that's what I was about to say. Like, just think about the concerts for these two guys. You're gonna have a great time seeing that Queen concert. You're gonna be jumping. You're gonna have a great time. Johnny Cash, you're gonna be like depressed afterwards. So I'm gonna go Queen here.
One vote for Queen from Josh. Tim, where are you going, Queen or Johnny Cash?
It's Queen, but I'm sad about it. I'm happy about it, but I'm sad about it.
It's fun
One
Friday,
vote for
Polar
Queen.
Knight. Fun
Polar
Friday.
Knight says fantasy football has changed. I see. Well, you missed the first half of the show. On
Oh, I didn't even change
brackets
the
and tiers. On brackets and tiers, we do one fantasy football related one and then one non-fantasy football one. So you missed the fantasy one. You can go find that on YouTube. We did best quarterback, running back, wide receiver trios, and now we are doing concerts of bands or artists that no longer perform for some reason or another, usually death. Josh, I just want to touch on a point that you said. Not all music has to be fun and happy, and some of the best music in the world hurts. And
If
like,
I'm going to a concert,
Like
I want it
her.
to be fun and happy.
so some artists I would like to see and would like to feel that kind of like pain that they put through in their music. And Johnny Cash is one of those artists. I cried at the Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville. He's got some really awesome, powerful songs. It's got to be Johnny Cash for me. And I love Queen, but Johnny Cash is just like one of the greatest artists of all time, I feel like. But he's out. Queen moves on. And we've got The Doors versus Tupac in this one. Who had the first vote there? Gary
had the
did.
last
So,
one.
Dan,
Gary?
you've got the first vote. The Doors or Tupac?
Just real quick, it's funny that you mentioned Johnny Cash making you sad, but then yesterday you put Sarah McLachlan as an F tier because she made you sad. Just the inconsistencies.
That is true.
Simon.
I
That's all I'm saying.
want to say.
No,
I said
it's all
right before
about
this-
that.
I said right before this, you could be as hypocritical as you wanted to.
No,
and Sarah McLachlan doesn't just make me sad; she makes me puppy sad, which is a whole different breed of sad. Dan.
A whole different species.
That's true.
Genre of sad. Okay, so for this, I'm going to go Tupac. I think Tupac is I would prefer seeing him live over the Doors. Not to say that the Doors are bad; they're not. But I would prefer Tupac.
God, can we please get Tupac? A Biggie Tupac final?
I'm guessing that's another vote for Tupac from JL. And guys, we gotta speed round through these next couple so that we don't go too long. So JL, I'm guessing Tupac. With
Tupac.
That comment.
I do like Val Kilmer, but it's Tupac.
Okay, Josh, the Doors or Tupac?
It's Tupac. Tupac all day for me.
Three votes for Tupac. Tim?
It's the Doors. I'm not ashamed to say I could name a Tupac song.
You should be ashamed.
I couldn't name a Doors
song. Fine.
Something Light My Fire.
How about that? How do you like that?
You pretty much had it. And Jim Morrison is an icon. So
Anthony said Jim Morrison and the Doors. Polar Knight said, I hope when I get old, I'd be like you guys, living on Memorial Lane. Yep.
Memorial Lane. We all are roommates on Memorial Lane.
I'm going to vote for Tupac. I think that's the one I would rather see live. Gary, are you going Tupac or the Doors?
I'm going with the Doors. You never knew what Jim Morrison was going to do when he stepped on stage. Never knew.
His concerts are wild.
That is a good point. That is a great point. But it is 4-2. Tupac moves on to the next round. We are into the quarterfinals. We've got the Beatles versus Prince. And John Luke, you've got the first vote on this matchup.
It's Prince.
One vote for Prince. Josh?
It's the Beatles.
One vote for the Beatles. Tim, your favorite band that's on the wall behind you or Prince?
No, it's not. It's Prince.
And I'm also going to vote for Prince. I love Prince. Gary, are you going Prince or the Beatles?
I'm going Beatles.
It is 3-2.
Not enough.
Dan, are you sending it to the chat or are you sending Prince through to the next round?
It's Prince. Sorry, Beatles.
The Beatles.
Prince. Prince moves on. The 1 seed is knocked out. We've got our next matchup: Bob Marley versus Biggie Smalls. Josh, you've got, or who has the first vote here?
Josh.
Yeah, me. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bob Marley here.
One vote for Bob Marley. Tim, are you going Bob or Biggie?
I'm going Bob Marley because I think in the time in between his songs, he probably say a lot of really friendly, lovely, like really happy stuff.
You're right.
So I go Bob Marley.
I'm gonna go Biggie. It is 2-1 Biggie. I would just have more fun at a Biggie show. Gary, are you going Biggie or Bob Marley?
I'm going Biggie. Same reason. I think it'd just be more fun.
2-2. Biggie versus Bob Marley. It's neck and neck. Dan, are you going Biggie or Bob?
Biggie.
It is 3-2. And John Luke, what are you doing?
Biggie.
Biggie moves on to the next round against Prince in the semifinals. Up next, we've got Led Zeppelin versus Jimmy.
I know where I'm going.
Tim, you've got the first vote.
Oh man. I'm gonna go Led Zeppelin because I would have loved to see John Bonham just tear the drums apart. John Bonham on the drums.
Bottom.
Oh, Anthony's upset that we didn't let Bob Marley through. One vote for Led Zeppelin from Tim. I'm going Jimmy. I can hardly think of any shows that would be more fun than just watching Jimmy absolutely shred up on that stage. Like that would be so much fun to watch. And I feel like the vibes around him would be phenomenal. Gary, are you going Jimmy or Led Zeppelin?
The Jimmy thing does sound fun, Guitar on Fire and all that stuff, but I'm going Zeppelin. They've been around. They were longer. They have more songs. And I bet you there'd be a lot of energy at that concert, more than we would remember.
Zeppelin leading 2-1.
Sure.
Dan, are you going Zeppelin or Jimmy?
Gary just had great points. It's Zeppelin.
3-1 for Zeppelin. John Luke, Zeppelin or Jimmy?
It's Jimmy for me.
Scott says Prince in this matchup.
Prince. All right, Prince.
Prince wins again, 3-2. And Josh, are you sending Zeppelin through to the semifinals or are you sending it to the chat?
It is Zeppelin, boys. Let's go. It's Zeppelin.
Zeppelin beats out Jimi Hendrix and moves on to the semifinals to face off against either Queen or Tupac. And I've got the first vote. This one's really close for me. Freddie Mercury is one of the greatest vocalists of all time up against one of the greatest rappers of all time. Man, I'm gonna go Tupac, but it's close. I just think I would have a little bit more fun at a Tupac show. Gary, where you? That one hurt. I'm gonna move on before I check. Gary, Tupac or Queen?
Don't change your vote. I'm going Queen. I just love Queen, and I voted against them last round, so I got to make up for it.
Got to make up for it. It is 1-1 Queen to Tupac. Dan, where are you going? Queen or Tupac?
Queen.
2-1 for Queen. JL, Queen or Tupac?
Tupac.
I was about to say I knew that one coming. And then Josh?
It's Queen for me. That would be so much fun, Queen.
Tim, are you sending it to the chat or are you?
No. God, no. No, it's Queen.
Doesn't even know.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, what do you want me to
That must be a big difference for you because you are Team Chaos. You are Tim Chaos. Usually you want the chat to decide.
Yeah, but I love Queen.
Okay. Queen moves on to the semifinals. We've got Prince versus Biggie in the top half of our bracket. Gary, you've got the first vote. Who wins this one?
I'm going Prince.
It is 1 vote for Prince over Biggie. Dan, where are you going here?
Prince.
It is 2 votes for Prince. JL?
I think it would be Prince. That hurts.
3 votes for Prince.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I voted against Prince every single round so far. I am not a big Prince fan. I'd rather go to the Biggie concert.
Really?
Okay.
I don't hate Prince or anything, but
1 vote for Biggie. And Tim, where are you going here?
Yeah, it's Prince.
Prince, and I agree. I feel bad that Biggie went up against Prince in this round, but it's Prince. Prince moves on 5-1. And then we've got the classic rock side of our bracket. It turned into the semifinals is Led Zeppelin versus Queen. Dan has the first vote, I believe.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I mean, Queen's Live Aid was the best performance live of all time. It's Queen.
1 vote for Queen from Dan. JL, where are you going here? Zeppelin or Queen?
It's Queen.
2 votes for Queen. Josh, Zeppelin or Queen?
I like Zeppelin better as a band, but Queen would be more fun in concert. I'm going to still go with Zeppelin. I'm Zeppelin.
Okay, 2-1 Queen Zeppelin? Over Zeppelin. Tim, where are you going here? Queen or Zeppelin?
So Robert Plant, all of his outfits were always like, everybody loved him. But the fun fact about it is it's actually the shirt of a girl from the previous concert that he wore every single time. So it's like one of their blouses that he wore to the next concert. That's how he dressed. And that's hilarious. I love Queen, but I love Led Zeppelin. These are like my top 2. So I wish I could see these in the finals, but I have to go Zeppelin.
They would be my Zeppelin. Top 2 too as well.
2-2. I remember one time during an NPR pledge drive, they told a story about how they were saying, please call and donate and we'll never play Stairway to Heaven again. And Robert Plant was listening and he called in, introduced himself as Robert Plant. The person who answered the phone had no idea who he was. He donated like $10,000 to NPR and then hung up. And it wasn't until like later when they were going through the donations that they realized it, and they brought him back on to talk about it. But it was because they said, we'll never play Stairway to Heaven again. That being said, Queen. 3-2 for Queen right now. Gary, are you going Queen or Zeppelin here?
I'm going Zeppelin.
Oh, Zeppelin sending it to the chat. It is 3-3. Let's look at the votes. J-Wall said Queen. That is 1 vote.
It doesn't look
Queen.
good for Zeppelin.
Steven said Queen. It is 2-2. Anthony said Zeppelin. 2-1. Scott said Queen. It is 3-1. And
Queen.
It is 3-1. It looks like Queen's moving on from the audience vote, and we have our championship.
I do like this finals. That's funny.
Versus Queen. Oh, that is funny. They're both royalty names. Prince and Queen.
Yeah, what?
John
That
Luke,
is awesome.
We planned this very well, guys. Good job.
John Luke, you've
really
got the first
everyone.
vote here. Prince or Queen? Who is it?
It's Prince.
1 vote for Prince.
I let you guys know my feelings earlier. It's Queen for me.
It is Queen. Scott said Josh named 5 Biggie songs.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that. It would be tough for me to name 5 any songs on the spot right here.
That's okay. Tim, Prince or Queen?
Still a little frozen.
I rode Prince all the way here, but I'm switching to the Queen.
It is 2-1 Queen over Prince. And for me, this is wildly close, but I give the edge to Prince. I would love to see Prince live. It's like razor thin though. Gary, Prince or Queen?
So in the hierarchy of royalty, Queen beats Prince. Queen.
That is 100% true. I didn't even consider
very
that.
true.
Dan, is it Prince or Queen?
I really wish I had my Queen shirt on for this for Scott Fishful, but it's in the wash. But Queen's winning this. It's Queen.
Let's go.
Queen
Let's go.
wins. It doesn't
Well
even go to the
deserved.
chat. Queen is the winner of our dream concert bracket over Prince in the finals.
Well
And it seems like people in the chat tend to agree with you as well. Guys, if you missed the first part of this bracket show, I know Polar Nights you did. You can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel where they're at Front Yard Fantasy, and go and hit that subscribe button while you're there. And hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when we're going live so you don't miss the fantasy content. JR said, Queen are the champions, my friend.
Very nice.
I read that. I read that without the song. I was just like, Queen are the champions, my friend. Okay. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that.
That sounds bizarre. Gary, I want to thank you so much for coming on and helping us with these brackets today.
Appreciate it. Had a great time.
Guys, if you do not follow Gary, go follow him on Twitter right now at GaryZam01. That is ZAM01 after Gary. He's a great follow and a great person.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it. Gary, any place else people can find your work? Want to let them know where else to find what you're doing?
It's Going for Two and IBT Media, In Between Media.
Man, we love both of those groups. Big fans of Going for Two and IBT. So you're working with two of the best out there. So guys, go follow Going for Two and IBT Media as well. You'll see Gary's work, along with a bunch of other awesome analysts doing work for those two organizations.
And trading makes fantasy fun too.
Trading does make fantasy fun, and that's it for us. Everyone, enjoy your weekend. We are out of here. Thanks again, all of you, for helping figure out that Queen is the dream concert for us.
My favorite one.
And the Packers have the best quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio. We'll be back on Monday, everyone. Adios.
Trading is the essence of fun.